Jeff Wilson here, and as you guys know, our show forte is all about MMA fighters and fighters and their walkout music. But today we're taking a little bit of a different method or path towards talking to someone new, and I'm super excited to talk to the musician, the artist, the amazing sounds of the guy who made the song called Reiss, which is Alex's or Reiss, the character Reiss in Cagefighter, his song as he walks out in the final show. Genesis Elijah, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, sir. I'm good.
Man, it's great to have you on. And it's so exciting for me to finally talk directly to an artist. We talk to the fighters all the time. And you do some cool stuff. As we're doing research for this, I was like, wait a minute, I just saw a Twitter thing between you and Michael Bisping as well? Or are you just writing songs for everybody now, or what?
That's the homie, man. That's the homie. I made a song around the time where he retired, and I made a song just about it's really about me, but the parallel in our careers. He's the underdog. He's always the underdog, and I always feel like I'm the underdog. So I made the song and just called it Bisping, and posted it. Didn't really think anything about it, and then a couple of days later, I saw that he must have heard it. It started blowing up on Twitter. He started posting it on Instagram, and it just went from there, man.
Man, well, it's clear why he would do that. You are a talented individual, and if you guys start listening to Spotify and start listening to Genesis Elijah, you'll hear exactly what I'm talking about. You're pumping me up in the gym this morning. But talk to me about Cagefighter, man, and your relationship with Jesse Q, and how did that happen?
It kind of happened in a weird way. So through a mutual friend of ours, basically. So one of the guys that I used to work with, in my other job, I do video editing as well, right? So the guy who taught me how to video edit was the guy who hooked me up with Jesse. So he must have messaged me and was like, we've heard us, we're making this film, and we've heard a song of yours that we like. Would you be up for using it? And I was like, I'm like a big MMA fan, so that's like a no-brainer. Like, yeah, of course. So it was really, but at the same time, I didn't really know kind of what it was going to be. And then when I finally saw it, I was just like, are you serious? Like, this is incredible. So it's been cool. It's been like a really cool process.
Yeah, it's funny because, and it didn't blow up. Like, you and I share something in the movie. When Reiss is looking at Nightmare on his iPad, I'm commentating that fight.
Right.
And you're gonna too. So we're both in the show. When you're doing a song for a fight, for a fighter, what's your process like?
You know what? I always feel the parallel between being a rapper and being a fighter. The mindset is very similar, even though the discipline is very different. Even though the physical, what it takes to be a fighter is very different. But one thing you'll know about being a fighter is you're always hitting a wall. You're getting hit knockbacks all the time. There's always knockbacks. And I feel like it's the same with music. So especially being an independent artist. So you have to have that fight. You have to be in that situation of hearing a nose all the time. And there's so many times where I'll be in a situation and kind of how the Bisping song happened, being in that situation and be like, this is a fighter who has given everything to this sport, like everything. And it's only almost in his last year of fighting, he gets the belt, he gets what he deserved. And I feel like as a mindset of someone who's writing and you having a fighter in mind, you're always going to have that fight in you. I feel like that's what, in the heart of it, that's what rap is, man. Rap is it's a battle.
It absolutely is a battle. And I don't think anybody, no matter the heel character that Bisping played, I'm a big fan. But when you realize that his last year he fought with one eye, and he pulled that out on that podcast, I don't know if you ever saw that.
I saw that.
You're like, hey man, we all give our lives for our art, but there's a guy that gave it to the fact that he was breaking down, right?
Yeah.
So it's so fun to see that guy do it, man. And that's kind of the way that we do it. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you taking the time. You just released a new album called Blurred. Tell me a little bit about that.
Blurred happened because the pandemic happened. So I was in the process of had an album that was finished and we are getting ready to release it. It should have been released in January, actually. Got pushed back a little bit, and in the process of it being pushed back, the world ended, everything stopped. So I was then in a position where I didn't know what to do. spoke to my manager, and she was like, maybe put out a project in between that. And the original project was called Vision, and I put out Blurred. So it's Blurred Vision. They go together, and it's just really kind of documenting that time being in lockdown, everyone going through the same thing, everybody kind of feeling like you're on timeout, but you want to get things done, you want to get things moving, and just all the emotions that go through with it.
Man, I love it. And I'm super excited to see your success continue to drive as the movie Cagefighter continues to drive up as they get more releases and more things happening. I just want to say thanks so much for taking the time, my friend. I know you're a busy guy. You got a fan in me for life. I'm excited to see what happens next.
Man, I appreciate it. Like I say, man, every single supporter I need, man. So I appreciate you.
We got you, brother. Take care. Bye for now.
Thank you. Blessings.